Hi, Melissa. I have brought on Melissa, a friend of mine, a dear friend of mine, and Melissa Baylor. She's an intuitive. We thought we'd spruce it up, change it up, because Christmas Eve. Let's play up because the energy out there is insane. And so we're riding the wave. And so Melissa's going to throw me some questions, which is going to be really interesting. She's put me on the spot. She said just before, hey, let's give it a go and ask you some questions randomly. So, hey, why not? This is what happens when I'm in a reading. So, fire away, Melissa. The floor is yours.
Thanks, Karen. Great, thank you. So I guess the first question is, there's been a lot of talk worldwide about the alignment of the planets and there being a biblical event. And, what's your view on this?
Yes, it's really quite amazing because I intuitively have been following the energy of what's going on. And especially today, I woke up at 5:30 and I just watched all the different cloud formations that were going on. And it was probably every 10, 15 minutes, they just keep changing up, merging and merging. And I just lay there and it made me realize we are all waiting for something externally at the moment. But 100%, I can definitely say today, there was a massive shift internally. And I laid there and I could feel this incredible energy. And I just thought, wow, how am I feeling? What am I feeling like with the energy? And what I did feel is that nothing seemed real. Now, the reason I'm saying that, like we're all coming out of the 3D. And when I looked at that, it was like, that doesn't even exist amongst us now. And you've probably even felt that the 3D is here. We're in that 4D going into that 5th. But after today, I remember in my last remote view, it said that be prepared for some downloads that are going to come through because we're all going to be guided on what we need to do next. And that'll be in our sleep state. And I honestly believe last night, some shifts, some downloads, whatever's happened energetically out there, it's happened.
Yeah.
Have you felt that today?
Yeah. I the last couple of nights I've just had some really vivid, amazing dreams. And last night specifically, I had this vision that I was in, watching these connections going on, which was kind of, a little bit odd. But basically, I was told it's okay. It's not going to be an external thing, that it's going to be individual, that individually going and waking those people up, as opposed to perhaps, I think there's been talks about earthquakes and, all these things that may happen. But today I just feel that energy is just really high today. I feel fantastic. My husband just said, what's up with you today? So, well, I just feel good. I feel good. I feel like everything's fine. I don't feel like there's anything to worry about. It's fantastic.
Exactly, because what I did is I started scanning everybody, and I was scanning and I was watching everybody as they're waking up internally. There's been a shift in everybody, and even the ones that are sort of on the sideline are sort of like, whoa. And I was watching even just the way they were thinking energetically, the way their thoughts were working. It was like there's a shift up. And and so when I was looking at the 3rd going into the 4th, I thought, wow, there's a massive separation going on. So we're actually going further away, and when we're getting further away from the 3D, we're coming in and we're merging up to the 5th. So exactly what you said, Melissa, it's not that we're thinking to externally wait for something. It's actually internally. So 100% it's go inside, go in within, and really concentrate on your intuitive side, so meditation. Like I went for a walk with mutual friend, Margaret, in the bush, and we couldn't get over that one part. There was the fantails and they were just all dancing around us, and she goes, "Oh, it's because of you." And I said, "No, it's not me." I said, "It's the energy. The energy's really shifted." And no, definitely. So I think what today is about is just saying, hey, how we're feeling. And honestly, the listeners will probably be relating to it in some way, that it's more of a clearing, and it's sort of also noticing that our loved ones that are completely asleep, you can feel that difference, that separation between us, but we're just like waking up more. But when you look back, it's like they're starting to wake. There's some movement coming in.
Yeah, definitely. And I've been talking to some people, you know, that have been staunchly against everything that's going on, and just happy to just, you know, just want everything to be over. And there's definitely a change up. I think, you know, the things that are being talked about on the media and things have made people actually also go, hang on, something doesn't add up anymore. And maybe that person who we thought was, you know, a little bit on the edge, say, maybe they've got something in there that's actually, you know, part of what's actually going on, and they're actually starting to be open now to actually looking at possibilities of what else is going on. And I think that's probably just the start of, you know, their journey.
Exactly. And we know what
it's a big journey.
The brilliant thing is, on lockdown, on the first time of our lockdown, Melissa and her husband came to see me, and they weren't awake, and by gosh, boom, they got it all at once. And and it's been a wild ride since then.
Yes.
And it's been amazing just watching how we've grown to what we've all gone through. And the journey's been wild, but we've got to realize that we've had it harder, but theirs is going to be a lot more gradual, and it's not going to be as scary because we didn't have anyone leading us. We had no one in front of us. We had to intuitively work out what's right, what's wrong. And like yourself, you can't watch anything on the box. You can't listen to anything on the radio.
No.
Energetically, it doesn't resonate.
It's just, it feels so wrong now, you know, and it doesn't, and it's hard to, well, it you know, like, I think that over since that rude awakening last March, Karen, it's kind of, I think we've become more intuitive about working out what feels right. And if it doesn't feel right, then we go, well, actually, it doesn't matter what other people are saying. It's what I feel. And my view might be different to somebody else's intuitive view, but what feels right for me. And I think that's the important thing, is what's right for yourself.
Exactly. And that's how we're playing it, is that because even the white hats are actually putting out misinformation to stir the pot up, because the black hats are watching the white hats, but the white hats know. So what's happening, we're getting intel from some disinformation that's coming through, and then what we've got to do, we've got to process it and go, is this real? Who? And then when you're bringing some information through to people, oh no, but this is, and here it is in writing. But one of the biggest things I always say, it doesn't matter what you believe in or anything, feel in here. Feel in here. And if it feels right in here, okay. And if you're not quite sure, put it up on the shelf. Put it aside, you know it's there to look back into, but keep moving forward. And it's just, it's a murder mystery. At the end of the day, it's a murder mystery. You know, you've just got to put all your pieces together and then build the puzzle. Build the puzzle and only work with what feels right in here.
Yeah.
And
great advice.
And it's yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. But definitely today I can, you know, that's only since I put the video up, I think it was only a day. Yeah, I think it was only one day that's been, but in one day a shift. And I do believe we're going to go through a few more, but that was the first shift of the new energy and what we're feeling, and we're energetically feeling different. We're getting clearer as well, so we're getting tuned in. And yeah, so what questions have you got, Melissa, for me?
Yeah, well, I mean, we've just been talking about this whole ups and downs and this whole ride, and I guess, you know, it has been a tumultuous ride so far with lots of ups and downs. And I guess looking at, you know, New Zealand specifically, just where we are at the moment, but then, you know, the world as well, because we're all connected. What do you see in store for New Zealand at this time?
Okay, as in the next few weeks, or just what's going to start
rolling?
rolling?
I think so. Just whatever you know, whatever comes through to you that you think.
Okay, let's see what the cards say. It's really interesting because I'm already starting to pick up. So let's see what the cards are going to throw at us here. All right. Yeah, because here we are, we're bored. We are literally bored. And intuitively, we know, actually, I'll put this on this little device so I don't have to hold it. Okay, can we see? Yeah. Let's put it there.
Gosh, that sums it up, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think we're all ready for something to happen.
Totally. So, you know, this is how we've been living, and it's what we don't know and didn't know. But the difference is now all the intuitives, all the star seeds, the way showers, and the truthers, we've all been awoken because we've chosen this time and our journey, our evolution, to be here at this time, because we have come back to win. We've always suffered. And now is a perfect time for us all to come together. And yeah, that's a bit better. I'm just trying to get away from the sun, the glare. And so it's all about coming together as one, because the more we can focus here, and this is our new world, which we're all going to, okay? Because this is not living. This is not our world. The world that we are living in now is definitely being designed and orchestrated for us to live in. So it's like an AI program. And also we've talked about it a lot, people that have had this and how there's been a change up in their personalities, and it's becoming more like an AI program because they're all coming out with the same words. It's the same sentence. And so the ones that aren't are the ones that are actually helping us all get to here. So we intuitively, we're all coming together because we've had enough of being in this location. And in here, you'll see the rays of the energy coming through. So that's confirmation that universally it's coming through. And yeah, that's pretty amazing. So yeah, that card works perfectly. And this one, love this one, the waiting game.
Haven't we been doing that? Surely there's not many sands left.
I think the sands run out, darling.
I hope so.
So we're definitely in the waiting game, and literally we're at the end point because it's got really tight in here. And we're being restricted. And in my last remote view, I mentioned that, yeah, we're going through the eye of the needle. And that's not wrong, because we're literally feeling that. And so many people are having to go through their karmic ties and letting go. We're paying back. A lot of people are paying back of what they've put out, and it's now we're going to come up and out just here. So I'm really seeing that's happening. January is big. Well, the end of this month here, there's going to be another shift. There's another shift, but I feel something's coming in to show. But I know that at the moment, you know, we were all talking about something's going to be before Christmas. Well, I can energetically, there is something now. It's happening now. Yeah. Like I said, we're all waiting for out there. It's actually in here that's changed up.
Yeah, definitely.
And we are all going to branch out. There's going to be so many aspects. What you'll notice is that you'll become a lot clearer. You'll be more finely in tune. You'll know how to start talking to the ones that you love, because I'm seeing in January, more and more of them going to wake up. So like you just said, they're going to be individually.
Yeah, waking up.
And what you need to do now is prepare yourself for the onslaught. I shouldn't say an onslaught, but there is definitely, it's feeling like a lockdown. I'm also feeling there's military. I can feel military. I can feel it here in New Zealand. Worldwide, they're everywhere. And the thing is, the sleepers will be thinking, oh, that's for the unvaccinated. They're going to put them in the camps.
Yeah. No. We're not going in any camps.
I'll huff and blow them camp down. But do prepare for a lockdown, because I'm feeling there is going to be a flip. And it's got to look like it's the opposite, because then the sleepers will listen, but the ones that are awake, no.
Yeah.
So both camps will listen, and we have the respect for the sleepers, but the sleepers will just think it's going for us. Yeah. So they will follow the instructions, because the following instructions will stop now. Now, don't be frightened. Don't be scared. It's going to be positive. It's going to look like the black hats, but it's actually the white hats. And once everybody is settled in, then we're going to start seeing some more things happening and rolling out. And this is where everything's going to start flourishing. And January, February is a lot of movement. And I honestly, March, April, feels like game over.
You know, April just keeps coming up. You know, you have these dates that just, you know, you hear it from all different sources, and then you go, hang on, that's the same date. And April has been coming up a lot.
It feels like a double number as well. And you know, even if you look at it, okay, 22nd is coming out. Double number, okay, double number 22. What's your thoughts on 22? You're a number lady.
Yeah. No, me now. I don't remember that. Look, I think that at the moment it feels like there's a lot of, or especially I'm finding that there's a lot of double numbers that are coming out, and you know, I'm seeing 1111s, you know, almost on a daily basis at the moment. I just think there's a lot of energy in there, and those numbers just seem to be amplified at the moment. Yeah. So and you know, even we had 21 in the American way, 21, 22, 21 just recently. Even that day felt like it just seems to have a little bit more energy to it. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm sort of seeing is there's so much going on at the moment that,
and I think that's them also letting us know we're on the right track. So when we do see a double number coming in, and 1111, oh my gosh, whenever it is anywhere around my family, We all have to yell it out. 11, 11. You have 1 minute to put your request out to the universe, because that is when the door from the angels open up, and you've got 1 minute, and then it closes and they take your request. So it's just something that's really neat to work with the family. And yeah, none of us, it's just straight away, even if we're on the phone, we just stop and we go through it. Okay,
that minute goes quick.
Sorry?
That minute goes quick.
Yeah, but you can actually get quite a good request out at that time.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got choose wisely. So this is you as yourself. You're sitting on the wharf, and it's basically here is start working out your bucket list. Work out what you're wanting to achieve, because don't think you can't now, because the energies are so much more positive. They're so much stronger, and you will be able to achieve, because the thought in our mind is always, oh, I can't do that. Oh, I can't do that. Oh, no, because blah, 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 blah. Well, you've just told the universe, don't give it to me because of, don't give it to me because of, and don't give it to me. Put your request out in the story and focus on going out and achieving it. Never, ever once self-doubt yourself. The minute you self-doubt, bingo, you will not receive, because you've just requested out to the universe, oh, don't give it to me because of. And the sirens are going out at the moment, so it's like, yeah, bring it on, excitement. So yeah, aim as high as you can go. Never, like, I challenge myself all the time, and you know, I don't grow unless I get challenged. So look what Melissa's done to me today. She said, like, let's do this, and it's like, yeah, right, okay, whatever. Hey, it's flowing, and I hope you're enjoying this. Okay, fire me another one.
Okay, well, I guess, you know, the focus at the moment is on the children, and you know, and it's always been the focus. That's the focus going through all of this. You know, what do you see for the children going forward in the future? You know, how do you think their education is going to look like? You know, do you see that changing from how it is now? You know, we're obviously in a very, and well, we're in a sort of an AI programming type education system at the minute. So yeah, how do you think that's going to look?
That's amazing, because even just when you just said that, I saw the dome that is over all of us. There is a shifter, and it's literally, I just see it opening up.
Wow.
So if you've got the child here, standing here, and the dome is above, and it literally shifts, the opportunities are galore. Now, what was really interesting, because what my guides are coming through loud and clear straight away, is that we have all been confined on what we learn. And if you think of what we've learned, most of it we don't even use in real, you know, our everyday life. And unless you specialize in science or whatever, but majority of it is since our lockdowns, look what we've all done. We've learned to regrow food. We've looked at being home, and it's the connection with the love, but we're actually spending the time with our children, because what have you and I, as mothers that have raised our kids into adults, you know, we yearned and we tried so hard to stay home to give our children that nurturing, but then we've had to merge on. And now we look at the new mothers, they're having to work because of just to put food on the table, and they're missing out on what we've been able to provide for our children. And so what I'm getting big time right now, before I even pull the cards, is that's changing up. And there's definitely going to be money that's going to flow into the family, so the mothers will be able to stay home. And so the children are going to receive that nurturing that the mother and the child have just longed, because that is, yeah, I'm getting shown big time. That is massive coming in.
Because parents have to go back so quick, and the separation is just so early. It's too early, isn't it?
It's too early. It's too early. I don't think I even separated myself from my lot. They're still my babies and they're full-on adults. And yeah, and it's amazing. They're actually showing me the mothers will be able to stay home, mothers, fathers, whoever wishes to stay home, because it's going to be the income. So there's going to be a universal income that's going to come through. So I think this is where the Jasara Nasara is going to be coming through the RV with the gold back standard. It's going to kick in, and it's going to provide the families to be able to give the nurturing. Now also what okay, I just got showing the Offworlders are also I literally, they are right here. When I did my last remote view, I could not get over how many are literally just out there. So I'm going to say January, February, they'll be really start to come in closer. We're going to individually start seeing them. The more aware we are, we're going to feel them and start experiencing them. I think the children are going to see them more because they're more intuitive. The younger your child is, really start working intuitively. Keep that going, even when they're babies. Because that awareness, these children that are coming in, our crystal children, they are so more advanced than ourselves, because we are paving the way for them. That's the beauty of it. We have been pushing back that negative energy out, or the evil energy out there, paving the way for these new generation that's coming in. It's very, very powerful when they come onto the planet with us. And so what I'm getting shown is a lot more of the Offworlders are actually going to be teaching. It won't be schools as we know it. A lot more is going to be a lot, they're talking about galactic teaching. So they're going to learn the art of growing food, supporting, and survival on that side. But energetically, look at this. Okay, they're telling me each child is actually going to be individually tuned in to what their abilities are.
Oh, that takes the guesswork out of what I'm going to do after I finish school, doesn't it?
So as the system, the education at the moment, it's one way fits all. And so then they start branding our children, and our exceptional gifted children are all getting branded.
Yeah.
What they're showing me is that, the Offworlders are already watching all the children at the moment. And this is brilliant. This is amazing. And so each child is going to actually learn individually for themselves. So it's like, I saw a documentary one time on the gifted children, and where they blindfolded the child. And they were taught their education intuitively.
Right.
And so their gift themselves, their abilities came out, and they were nurtured in their strengths. And these kids, their education just went straight up. So you imagine we've got our gifted children here, and they're not nurtured.
Yeah.
They're pushed aside unless the parents can afford
a special school. And I think as well, it's not just the gifted children, it's the ones on the other end, the ones that are stuck in this education system that doesn't recognize or help properly those people with dyslexia, and that who have some amazing skills, but they just they're not taught how to actually use that. I mean, some of those people, like I know, some people who are dyslexic, and they're amazing joiners. Like they could build anything.
Yes.
And
that's why they're
gifts, but it's not. The school system doesn't fit for them, and it's not fair for them to have to be there for so long.
No. So that's going to definitely shift up. So it's not going to be taught that whole system. So all our teachers are going to be retaught on how. So they're going to be working alongside the Galactics and the Offworlders as well. So it's going to be amazing. They're going to be smaller groups. There's going to be more of the teachers per student. We're going to have more teachers, adults wanting to become teachers, and they're not going to have to go through the curriculum that they've had to. So I know for a fact quite a few, well, actually I know quite a lot of teachers. And do you know the beautiful thing is? A lot of them are gifted.
Yeah.
So this is just going to be incredible for the teacher. When it's incredible and it's touched their soul, imagine what it's going to do for the children. So you're going to find so many people will want to step up, because look, okay, they're just telling me now, you look at all the men that have held themselves back from doing the education because of the pedophile, I'm going to stretch the word out, and because I know, I've got a family member that he's gone really high, and he's the most adorable person. But I remember asking him when he started, how do you get on with the parents being a male?
It's that stigma, isn't it? It's that stigma that we keep getting repeated to us, or watch your children. It's, and some of these guys, and, I've got boys. And so I know that actually boys actually need male role models, but the amount of male role model teachers that are around is very low.
Exactly.
And
it's so sad.
It's change.
It's so sad because I've talked to quite a few different male teachers, and honestly, you watch what's going to happen. We're going to have the males come back. We're going to have the females, because we're all in that higher frequency, and everybody that's watching this, yourself, you're in that higher vibe, that higher love frequency, and children are just like honored amongst us all. So to actually teach them what we're getting taught, and for the future, what an honor, what an absolute honor. So this is really amazing, because here it is, it's saying the truth is going to come out. Okay, so the way I'm looking at this card at the moment, we've got a problem in the system. Okay, and it's holding our children back. So our children are standing back because they're not learning life skills. They're not learning a lot of what they need to learn, because our school system is to dumb down everybody. Okay, and everybody is challenged that you didn't pass this and you can't do this, blah, 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 blah. And it's peer pressure. But the change that they're representing, that we are now going to be guidance. We've got more guidance coming through. So the guidance is coming down on the form of Offworlder, because it's up. So it's coming down. The future here is for our children. So the guidance is coming through. So this platform that's in the way, the chains will lower that platform, and our children will be well educated.
Oh, that's fantastic. It's beautiful, isn't it?
Now, their awareness. This is one thing they're not working with our children in the schools, is their awareness on what they're actually intuitively seeing. So I think that's where I come back to what I just said. The blindfolds are actually going to help make them be able to intuitively use their skills and their guidance, because everyone is taught this way. So that's our education basically. And if you're lucky, you've got a little bit of that. If you're lucky, but at the moment, teachers are struggling, everyone's struggling. We're losing so many of our teachers, so we've got less teachers, and we're in in for a lot of trouble.
Yeah.
But when we
That's
educate them
interesting.
to work with their third eye, so their awareness is going to open up. And this one is parents. This is what we all have to do. Stand our ground to make a change. We have this. We can actually take control of what we want for our children. We've got a principal in a school that is getting led and told what she has to do. I think it's now time for us as parents to say what we want for our children and bring in the universal help. And because it's there, and our children deserve the best. And so this is the energy that we're bringing in to enhance our children. So yeah, it's looking really, really positive. Absolutely amazing.
Yeah. Fantastic. Can't wait to see those changes. You know, and parents being empowered to actually say what they want for their children and
I
how
think
they
that's
want
huge.
that to look.
I just this week, just gone, there's a group of mothers that were just letting me know how they were badly treated. They wanted to see a principal and he kept ignoring them, would not allow them to have their say. And it was really hard because these are mothers that were making the decision, are they going to homeschool their kids or are they going to keep their kids in the system? Now, yeah, this gentleman is now resigned.
Huh?
And so again, there's so many shifts, and it's, you know, it's given these ladies sort of like a confidence. It's like, wow, we do have a say. And the more we stand up to these ones that are in front of us saying you can't, we weren't born that way.
No.
And it's now time
so great
for our parents to have a say. But you can see there's a new educational system. I just saw the other day, there's a new education of teachers coming together. And and they're letting others know, because you can see more and more parents are taking their children out. And I think this is going to be amazing, just where our kids are going to go, the opportunities.
And I think as well, then you can kind of see, you know, the school system's not working and that old system is breaking down, and the ones that have had to break away because they don't want to get this, you know, they're going, well, hang on, if we're going to be not in that, then let's do something different. So there's already the shift happening in that area.
Oh, exactly. It's getting exciting, don't you think? Because, you know, imagine, oh my God, I would, if I have to wait for my grandchildren now, but it's
me too. I've got a long way.
Well, bring it on for me. Just keep bringing it on. Because you can see the energy shifting, we're shifting, and honestly, it's so positive. I can definitely say, and I think Melissa can as well, you know, 2 years ago, we were quite frightened. We were concerned of where our world was going. And I know that, you know, I've had all these visions and they've been pretty detrimental, but I've watched them change up, because we are pulling in the new world and changing the light. So any other questions? And I'll just go to a quick
last quick question. So we celebrate Christmas tomorrow, and Christmas has been, historically we all know what Christmas is, but looking to the future, do you see a different Christmas for us and how that might look? Sorry, hard one.
No, I'm actually just watching what they've got. They're coming in, they're just laughing away because we've just spoken about this. Because we've all noticed that we're not the same on this Christmas. it feels different. We're not wanting to do the old original. What we've really noticed is that it's all to do with family. Everything's to do with family. It's not about the presents. It's actually the food. But it's coming together and sharing. But we're vibrantly lifting. And so definitely next year, I don't see anything like this. And I think it's going to be a holiday, but I honestly, I see there's going to be a flip. It's going to be the absolute opposite. And I don't know what they're going to set up, but I do see a complete change. I do see that because the children at the moment that have known Christmas all the way, it's going to be a gradual shift up, but it's going to be exciting. But I think it'd be something like, what can you do to help somebody else? And, you know, the pocket money, what can you buy? What can you give to somebody else? There's going to be a lot more emphasis on that, because we've all been, it's just like a program. How do we look at Christmas? Well, it's how much money can you spend for your child, and then the parents that couldn't afford, their child grows up knowing there's no money in the family, blah blah blah. Now that's really detrimental for those kids. And I honestly, okay, so I'm also just got shown is that because there is a universal salary that's coming through, no one gets anything more than the other.
So it's just an even playing field.
It's a total even playing field. Also, when it comes to purchasing, okay. This is something that they've been really making me look at. And okay, so we've got the 3D, we're in the 4th, we're going into the 5th. Now, in the 3D, we've all had to go through some form of struggle with the money. And so when we come into this and we're going on to the 5th is when the money's going to come so much easier. There's going to be, everyone's looked after financially. But to a point that what I'm seeing is that they are gifting us the money, but it's not going to be all at once, because when you haven't had money and you get given it, you've seen a lot of documentaries on Lotto that they'll go and splash it out. So there is going to be, it's going to come in through gently, but there's going to be so much more money than anyone has ever had that hasn't had. So we're going to get it out of our system. So I'm seeing that, you know, people are going to buy, but then like where we're at, we've gone more into the intuitive spiritual side. And I don't know about you, but like my husband said, what do you want? And I said, I actually don't want anything.
I'm the same.
I don't want anything. I've got everything I need for tomorrow is my family around me. I don't need anything more. And I don't even want to go to the shops. So when we get to that state of not wanting to buy, and we've got the money, and it's like the money just is going to be building up. But then I actually do see us shifting into more of, this is going to be more of a biblical change. So we're all waiting for this biblical change now. It's not now. We actually have to go through this other part. We get that out of our system so we can become more at balance. And then it's like money's going to fade away.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's like we need to shed off the commercialism and the programs that we've been in, where we need to buy things all the time, and then we'll have, the way I've kind of looked at it is we're going to end up with abundance, and when you have an abundance of something, it loses its importance. So money then will no longer be the binder for everything in the house or the family or whatever, you know, it's just going to be a thing that assists you with something, but you don't need it. And
totally.
Everyone's got it. So
totally. And you know, because I'm even seeing the market on the prices of the house. So they're going to go down here because we have to have a house and we got to get the house, and my house is better than yours and it's worth more, and you know, this is my collection of homes. Well, again, that is in competition because we've been taught to get as much as you can for your retirement. But what if you've got over an abundance before your retirement?
We no longer need to strive.
You can then sit back and enjoy what's the most important thing in your life is your family. And helping others. So this is what I see before next Christmas. So we've got a lot of changes that are going to take place. So it's going to be an amazing ride. We're not going to go through what we are constantly hearing on the TV, which we don't watch, but we get told by everybody else. And I must admit, I don't know about you, but I just can't watch anything on a negative of what they're saying we're going to go through with this new world order.
Exactly. And even when people people send you articles, and I just, if I don't resonate with it, I just go, actually that's not part of my reality, so I'm not going to look at it.
Perfect. And that's how we're going to do it. And it's all about now, let's shift up, let's put out what we want, not what we don't want, push those things aside, and let's pull out 3 cards and finish the today off, and then we can get ready for tomorrow, because I've got my son, he's and his partner coming down, and then I got my other daughter and her partner for tomorrow. So and then all the family come through. And I must also say my other daughter as well.
Don't leave any out.
Imagine if I left one without the other. Oh my God, that'd slap me. Okay, so can we have 3 cards for the next few days and getting us through this season, and may we also send so much love to everybody that needs it right now, an abundance of love. And if we intuitively all send it out, just send it from your heart right out to everybody, and that's beautiful. That's beautiful. Okay, so three cards. What have we got today? Would you like to try?
That one.
That one?
Yep, that'll do.
Yep, and that one there.
You choose.
All right. Leave it with me. What are we? Oh my goodness. Oh, whoa. I'm feeling very excited because we are moving on.
Fantastic.
Okay, no more. We are moving out of the dark, coming into the light. Look at this. We've come out. We are now merging ourselves into the light. We don't have to have much with us because all the opportunities are right there. That is really powerful. We've had enough. It's change up time. So we are ready for this new energy to come through. It's already started. It's happening now. But the more we walk into it and absorb it, your world will change for you. So don't wait for an external. You do it internally. Because when you do this, spiritual union, you come back to yourself. You find your peace in your heart. You find the yin and the yang of yourself. You get the connection and the strength, because that's what we're yearning for. And this is what we are breathing in, the essence of pure love and union with our family, our friends, and the ones that are completely awake. We're all connecting with our third eye, because that is one thing they made sure is disconnect us down, our pineal gland to the universal connection, because they knew this was biblically going to be happening. And they have put that wonderful scare tactic amongst the world. So people would be running away from this time because the energy has come through, and by rights, everybody should be tuning in. But it's the ones that are awoken, and we have no fear of this, that we have, because we don't resonate to it. It's not real for us. Because we know this is the time to connect intuitively, and it's the universe sending through and shifting us all up and sending us up into the higher realms, into our new world. Because, oh my gosh, we have just drawn the highest card in the pack, the universe card.
Wonderful.
We are so on track. She is supporting us in every way possible. She is sending all her love. This is Gaia as well. So we're totally on track. So send love out to all your family, connect in, get into the nature and breathe her in. Doesn't she look gorgeous?
Oh, yeah. It's such a beautiful card, that one, isn't it? I love it when it comes out.
So this is confirmation. We're on track. It is happening. It's intuitively happening. Stop looking externally. Find it internally. When you find it internally, you are totally connected into the universe, and you will shift up. Your whole world will shift up. And yeah, that's a powerful card. Powerful card. Okay.
I think then when you do that, you know, you kind of, when you don't focus on the outside, it takes a bit of time, but then you find peace. And once you find the peace, it's so much easier to navigate.
And that you've just hit the nail on the head. When you find peace in your heart, you have everything.
Yeah.
And on that note, I think we're going to send everybody so much love.
Yes.
So much love. Thank you so much for listening to both of us. Hope you all just get out there, enjoy the next few days, and just breathe in the energy. Give gratitude for being, and if you are spending it alone, spend it out in nature, because you will be connecting to all the off-worlders. You'll be connecting to all of us, because no one is alone. We are all intuitively connected. So if you like this, like and subscribe to the channel, and no doubt we'll be bringing Melissa back on. So thank you, Melissa, for helping.
Thank you.
And creating this one today. And yeah, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Bye.